Hello, Oak Mountain. My name is Camilla Augustus, and welcome back. Joining us is one of Oak Mountain's very own teachers. Not only is she influencing the minds of many students with her expertise in chemistry, but she is also aiding as our Women's Athletic Director. Joining us is Miss Tina Mills. Hi, Miss Mills. How are you?
Good morning, Camilla. Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you so much for coming. We're excited to have you.
Excited to be here.
So, just jumping right into the interview.
Do it.
You may or may not know, well, I'm sure you know, I'm a senior.
Yes.
I'm currently a senior. I'll be going off to college soon. Whoop, whoop. This is definitely strange territory for me. I'm not sure what it's going to be like. I don't know what kind of experience I'm going to have. What was your college experience like, and where did you go to college?
I went to Jacksonville State University, which is about an hour east of here. I had a great college experience. It was so great, I stayed probably a little past my 4-year expiration term, but I enjoyed college. It's a great place to reinvent yourself. If you want to do that, you find friends that you have more in common with than maybe just that you grew up together. It elevates you just a whole nother level of thinking.
Nice. So how did you get into chemistry? What led you into that field?
Well, actually my degree is in general science, which means I can teach any science 7 through 12. And at most of the schools that I've taught at over my 30 years of teaching, they always needed chemistry. And then I found that I just had a knack for being able to use analogies with the tougher concepts, and my students kind of really responded to that, and I got an appreciation for chemistry that I probably didn't have when I was in college.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
Yes, I remember being in your class my sophomore year and just walking in, and not only like you doing an amazing job of teaching, but I saw the passion that you taught with and how much we responded to it. It was great.
Well, great. I'm glad you had a good experience.
Yes. Yeah. So, like I said in the intro, you are also the Women's Athletic Director.
Yes.
In college or high school, did you play any sports?
What's interesting, back when I was in high school, women or females playing sports really wasn't pushed. You weren't encouraged a whole lot, especially I grew up in a rural area. And so I played like a year of high school softball, but I did play in college. I played some intramural softball for fun. But that was really my extent of it. But my first job out, they asked me to coach cheer. And so I wasn't a cheerleader because, again, wasn't ever pushed to, do extracurricular things. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I want to be good at it. And so I coached cheer for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
What was that experience like?
It was fantastic. I haven't, since I took over the girls' AD job, I haven't, and I gave up cheer because it was just too much. Every day I miss working with the girls because there's some satisfaction out of bringing a new stunt in and then, them struggling with it, and all of a sudden they finally hit that stunt. And it's just like, I do miss that, seeing them achieve a goal and being a part of that. I do miss it, yes.
That is amazing. So what do you love most about being the Women's Athletic Director?
I think probably the problem-solving aspect. I help with eligibility. I help sometimes with coaching searches if a coach leaves. But it's really about me finding ways to help our coaches do their jobs easier. As much as I can take off of them, I feel like that's my job. Whether it's finding a wheel for a rolling gate or tracking down a physical so a student will be eligible. So it's really about the problem solving and helping the coaches do their jobs, easier for them.
Yeah. And I know the other night I saw you at the women's basketball game. Do you often attend a lot of the sports?
I do. I try to make it to all the home games for girls and boys because I just love sports. I always have. And so I don't have to go. I want to go. But, yeah, most of the time.
Very nice. So we've talked a lot about your involvement in school, what it's like for you to be a teacher, women's athletic director. What is your life like outside of school? What do you like to do in your free time?
Okay, well, I'm married. I've been married almost 20 years now. I like spending time with our pets, and I'm an avid tennis player. So most of my free time, when the weather's nice, is a group of friends that we play league tennis. And, yeah, so it's great exercise. It's it's a game that you can play, into your 70s. So kind of like golf. They talk about golf being like a lifelong sport. Tennis is like that as well.
And how long have you been playing tennis again?
Probably about 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is very nice.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a great way to meet people. If we ever were to move to a new city, I would immediately get involved in that because your tennis community just grows and you just meet people with common interests, so it's good.
Nice. So with tennis being your sport of choice, would you say you like watching tennis the most for our high school games? What's your favorite high school game?
Oh, Camilla, you put me on the spot. How can I pick a favorite? Volleyball is so like boom, 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 boom. It's fun to watch. I don't know as much about soccer. I like watching soccer. I love how softball can just change just on a dime. Like you can just 5 runs and boom, you're right back in it. And the girls basketball, just the endurance that they have is always just so impressive. So I don't know that I have like a favorite. Hey, golf, tennis, track, I love you too. I'm just,
Yeah, we definitely have a wide variety of sports.
We do. We're very fortunate that way.
Yes, and I'm sure you're really busy with like scheduling and getting lesson plans and just doing it all.
It's been a trying year for sure. Yeah.
Speaking of the year, how has COVID affected any of your activities?
Well, it's like I've told a couple of parents and kids, we've all, teachers, kids, parents, have had to change our expectations and our standards. Unfortunately, I've had to lower my standards a little bit, lower my expectations. But I think now, finally, we've kind of I've hit a stride, I'm in a groove, and I feel like, my kids are still in class, still getting what they need to get.
Yes, and I'm sure you're doing an amazing job still teaching them.
I'm trying.
Well, Miss Mills, thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me, Camilla.
Very excited to have you. And that was Miss Mills. Be sure to check us out on all of our social medias. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at OakMTN Media. Also be sure to check out our new website, oakmtnmedia.com. And for Oak Mountain Media, I'm Camilla Augustus.